Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am Sunique and I've got something rather special here. I actually recorded this video this morning and it's disappeared, so I don't know what happened there, but I received a package from Make Playing Cards that I ordered this Thoth reinterpretation. It's the same deck as the Thoth, but it's been recoloured, remastered, and this version here is borderless. So I went side by side on the video between that and this one, which is my, you can see that AGM Muller version. It's hard to see really. What is it? It's 1996 AG Muller. Side by side, so I'll do that again. The cardstock's very glossy. It's really glossy. These are the backs, so it's a completely different colour on the back to what we would normally see. The colours have gone really in the middle of the rosy cross. We have some symbols instead. So a little bit of a different take there on the back. So some of the astrological symbols have been cut off on this one, but it's not too drastic actually, it's fine. The colour saturation is deeper, so I mean you can probably see by this crocodile at the bottom here the green difference. I think the main difference is in the reds and the oranges. They are a lot more vibrant in this deck. But anyway, see what you think, and I'll do a little walkthrough, and if there's anything that catches my attention, I will comment on it. So as you can see, like, this is blue on this version. Here looks sort of purple. And the reason I bought this deck is to actually be able to see the Thoth images a lot clearer. Because I must admit, on some of the cards, I have trouble actually deciphering what everything is, you know. And you can see here, like I say, in the reds and the oranges, it's a lot more vibrant. But I think they've done an amazing job, you know, given what they've got to work with. I mean, you can really see a difference here, can't you? Interestingly enough, on this version, the four beasts pulling the chariot seem a lot more defined than they do on this one. Maybe it's just because they're darker and these are sort of brown. You seem to have lost the green here. It's more of a yellow. I do like this for being a borderless edition actually, because I'm not one of those that is brave enough to actually cut borders off cards. I'm too scared of making a mistake. I think it's going to really help when, you know, putting cards side by side in this deck to be able to connect them up. and weave the story between them. I mean, this, for instance, I mean, it's already very, very dark in the two pillars of the moon. So it's always going to be a little bit difficult to actually discern what's there. Like I say, I think they've done a brilliant job. I mean, this just comes to life here, this sun card, for me. This card and the Princess of Cups are two of my favourite cards in the Thoth deck. I just love those images. That green's nice, isn't it? I've mentioned this before in another video, but there's, in London, I can't remember where it is, but I've got it saved. But in London, there is somewhere you can go to actually see the original paintings. Because I think what's happened is over time, because they're watercolours, they've actually faded. So the decks that we get today are the faded version of the originals. The originals would have been a lot clearer, I think. Yeah, Princess of Wands, I meant, not Princess of Cups, the Princess of Wands. Yeah, I love this card. Queen's pretty awesome as well. Onto the cups. So I don't see too much vibrancy or more vibrancy in the blues in this deck. What are you saying that? Those do look, I mean, that looks sort of purple now, doesn't it, next to it? And the green looks more green. See, this looks sort of green here and this looks more blue. Or whether that's because there's a green border at the bottom with the card titles on, I'm not sure if that's sort of like having an influence on the overall colour. Different colour there, totally. And the greens here. These look more yellow. That looks totally different, doesn't it? Interesting. As does that. Those streams of light now. Much more vibrant. Oh, green here, much more green. We seem to have lost the top of the crab on this one. There's only a few cards where you see this. I don't quite know why, but a little bit of the top of the image has disappeared. Whether that's been when they've been cut in the cutting process and it was there, I'm not sure. You can see a real difference here with the orange to the yellow, and here with the green. But you can see, look, it's right at the top of the card there. Very different. Very different, those two. And these two. We've almost lost the glyph there. So like I say, in some of the cards there's a real noticeable difference, and whereas in others it's not that much really. Much lighter background on this one. Not sure about this. I think I prefer that one actually. This one has always been very difficult to see the face on the prints. For me anyway, it's always been a little bit hard to find his face. There it is, but it's still not that easy to discover on this version. That looks like he's got a pom-pom hat on, although I think that's supposed to be a lion at the top there. Not sure, but I think so. So we've got a more blue tone here than we have here. This is more of a purple. I suppose if we look through a book that gives the actual colour scales for each card, we could see which one's closer. Might be an idea. Discs. See, the purples have become blue there. Much different colour in the background there. And of course there's different Thoth decks as well, you know. I like this one. I love the colours in that. This is so dark on the original. I like the blues. That looks so much better without a border. Is there such a thing as the perfect Thoth rendition deck? I don't know. I have several versions now. It's like trying to find the perfect one that I can read with. The one that I can see all the details. Actually, I prefer that one. This is very yellow here, isn't it? The Easter egg. We have 2 extra cards in this offering. So let's just zoom in here. We have the majors, so we've got another alternative to our majors. And we have the significator, which is very interesting. There's some very interesting imagery on here to discover. In fact, it looks a little bit more like, I think it's another Magus. Just looking at some of the symbology there, that is quite possibly another Magus. Yeah, maybe. I know there is a Thoth deck that's got 3 different Magus, isn't it? So maybe that's a nod to that. So yeah, what do you think? Like it? Would you buy it? I'll actually leave a screenshot, if I can, of where I got it. But it's make playing cards, so yeah. that's the deck. Very glossy, very slippy, but very nice. So yeah, those are the backs. So let me know what you think. Would it be something you'd be interested in, or is it just I'm happy with what I've already got scenario? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully this one has actually recorded, and I don't know what happened to the other videos, just lost in space somewhere. Who knows? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye friends, bye.